Okay, so we're gonna finish this up here. This is they don't put her back on a stand, so they were gonna call her again, and for some reason they didn't. So she is finished testifying. So I mean, I could go over all these witnesses and everything. I've gone. This is I think video number 21, and I don't know how long. If each of them are 15 minutes, so it's quite a. I've been sitting up here most of the day. I took a little break for lunch and then came back. So this is a good, what I consider a good exposure to courtroom survival. And I'm going to make this playlist courtroom survival. And you may not agree with me. I don't really care if you agree with me or don't agree with me. I'm giving you my opinion from my experience. And you can take it or leave it. Hopefully I gave you a little bit better insight on how the courtroom works, how the lawyers can play their tricks, how you have to be able to defend yourself if your attorney doesn't defend you versus, if you got a DA after you or got the government after you, or, if you're a witness, you're still going to have to deal with attorneys. And you know what? The simple thing for me was, hey, it is what it is. I tell the truth. And I don't really care where the chips fall. And if I end up looking bad, or if the government loses the case, or if somebody goes free, I just didn't care. I think when you get personally involved, now when you're up there and you're facing prison, obviously you're personally involved. So it's a little bit harder to be, just dislocated or disconnected to the outcome. So as a cop, most of the time, I was kind of like, I don't really care. You always got pressures from the DA to go, I don't want you saying this, or I don't want you saying this, or here's what we need to stick to, and try not to get this out, and don't, that never played well with me. I didn't play that game. I'm not going to put my credibility on the line. I'm going to get up there and testify truthfully. If the question is asked, I'm answering it. Now, did I not volunteer things? Sure. If the DA says, hey man, if they don't bring this up, I really don't want to have to defend this, and I don't want to bring this up because then I'm going to have to subpoena this, and we're going to have to call this witness, and it's going to be a big bucket in order to get this in. So if they don't bring it up, don't bring it up. And I'd be like, okay, I ain't bringing it up. It wasn't like I tried to hide it. It was like, you know what? If the question comes up, I'm answering it. If it doesn't come up, then I won't answer it. And that's how, unfortunately, justice sometimes get lost, because who has the best attorney? Who has the best attorney to defend them? Who asked the right questions and who didn't ask the right questions? Did somebody get convicted because of something I didn't bring up? No. Like I said, if I was testifying on somebody, I was pretty much 100% sure they were guilty. There was no doubt in my mind, and I never testified trying to put somebody in prison that I thought was iffy, and maybe they didn't do it, and maybe our case was weak. DAs do that all the time. Me personally, I never did that. If I was trying to put you in jail or put you away for a crime, and it was my case, you were guilty, and I knew you were guilty. And sometimes the jurors may have found not guilty because I wasn't allowed to tell them everything that I knew. But when I know somebody's guilty, I've got a pretty strong case, and it's pretty clear. And I'm not a big, government should always win, and I should win because I'm government. I was never that way. I put bad guys away because that's where I thought they belonged. And I defended innocent victims, and I defended any victim that I thought was a victim. So in this case, I know people are going to think I too soft on Amber. She killed somebody. She was wrong. I'm not sure it fits in this case under the statute of manslaughter or murder. I know it doesn't fit under murder. I know you can make, the law is always kind of this fluid thing that you can make it what you want. Can somebody make it to where it fits under murder? Hey, if she said she meant to kill him, then it's murder. That's not true. Cops shoot people all the time with cell phones, with nothing in their hand, and they go, you know what? I was in fear of my life. I thought he might have had something. And it's always justified. I think there's a lot of cops that this DA would be great to go after, and they would need to be go after, like this DA went after her. I do not think Amber Guyger is public enemy number one. I don't think there's a whole lot of justice served by locking her up. I don't think the community is at risk or in danger because she's out of prison. And I don't think she had any intent. And I've said it before in a lot of my videos, I'm a big intent guy. If somebody's trying to do the right thing and it goes bad, I side with the guy trying to do the right thing. If somebody's trying to do the wrong thing and commit crimes and it goes bad, then I say hang them out to dry. They shouldn't have been doing a bad thing. So Amber Guyger was not trying to do anything bad. She was going home after working, and some bad things happened, and some lapse of judgment or whatever, but there was no malicious. I don't think she was reckless, and I don't think she was negligent. I think there was a lot of bad circumstances that stacked up, and an innocent guy, ended up dead. And I'm not sure putting her in prison really fixes anything. But that's my opinion. You can hate on me. I think this was a good training video. Hopefully you got something out of it. I think people with an open mind will get something out of it. I think people that just want to hate on me will. People that want to hate on her will. And it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and we'll end this here. And that's the series on courtroom survival. Hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully you got something out of it. Well, in that there.